This is Dissecting the Market. I'm James, and I'm back with some more information on corporate universe and the latest updates that have happened this week. So first up, I just wanted to thank everyone who subscribed to the channel. I've just hit my 500th subscriber, so I know it's not a lot, but we've only been going for 6 weeks here, so I'm hoping at least I've maybe helped a few of you guys along the way. That's why I set up the channel in the beginning, so I say hopefully I've helped a few of you guys make an informed decision. So following on from my last video on COUV, about 3 or 4 weeks ago now, I thought I'd give you guys an update on all the latest things that have happened, some of the latest news, and some catalysts that might be coming up in the future. So for those of you that are new to my channel, I do a different range of investing, but it's mainly focused around the EV sector and green industry, mainly because that's just where the money is at the moment. We do a lot of SPACs as well here, but I also like to have a few penny stocks in the portfolio, normally only 2 or 3. I never have more than that on my portfolio, and I normally try and pick 2 or 3 companies that I think have something really special that's not really been recognised or is like this and waiting for a catalyst to come along. This is one of those penny stocks that I got in my portfolio. So I'm going to try and keep you all up to date on everything that's happening with this company along the way. For those of you that didn't see my last video on COUV, I'll do a quick update now just to bring everybody up to speed on who they are and what they do. To give you the long and short of it, Corporate Universe are basically a company that go around buying other companies to help them financially and managerially to grow and become profitable. So obviously when you're buying COUV, you're buying the companies that it owns. One of these companies is Medicivo, which makes graphene face masks which filter 98% of COVID-19 particles, which has just passed all the government testing and is now ready to be sold. But this isn't exciting enough for us, and this isn't the reason we're interested in COUV. The real reason we like it is they're looking to buy a company called CarbonIon. Now, I've gone into detail on CarbonIon in a previous video, but again, the long and short of it is they've designed a CarbonIon battery which basically charges 50 times faster than a traditional lithium-ion battery. So you're talking 5 minutes to fully charge an electric car or 30 seconds to charge a mobile phone. Now, when I last reported on them, there was a letter of intent for COUV to buy CarbonIon, which owns Zap&Go technology. The aim was for the buyout to happen in mid-January, but sadly that date has come and gone. Now, this isn't overly strange. You do find that a lot of the time with these mergers and buyouts, they can sometimes get delayed. We have seen it quite a few times with various buyouts and mergers over the years. So it is fairly normal, but it obviously puts off a lot of potential new investors. So really a lot hinges on this merger. Now, we did get an update from COUV last week with a PR regarding the situation. It's titled CarbonIon engages legal counsel ensuring merger on track to close. It continues, Corporate Universe announced today that it's engaged Accel Audit and Compliance to audit the company's year-end financial statement for calendar years 2019 and 2020 in order to become qualified as a fully audited company. The company has also engaged Core IR to provide a full-on suite of public relations and investor relations services, including the creation of compliant investors relations page for its website and managing shareholder communications. In addition, CarbonIon Energy has engaged Shepherd Mullin as legal counsel, ensuring the completion of the merger within the coming weeks. CarbonIon CEO commented, each of these practitioners provides an essential service, whether to further the progress of our merger and future uplisting, or to solidify our positioning in the market for investors and potential partners. We are pleased to be working with each of these esteemed firms and look forward to taking advantage of the benefits they provide. So in case you didn't know, COUV isn't listed on the Nasdaq or the New York Stock Exchange. It's actually listed on the OTC, which is basically a market for smaller companies. So that's why you can't trade it in the AM and PM like you can a lot of the other stocks. Due to it being on the OTC market, they have a lot less scrutiny than they would have if they were on one of the big exchanges. So this is really one of the downsides of a penny stock, and the reason they can be so risky is they don't have the same level of scrutiny that they would have if they were on the New York Stock Exchange. COUV have already said that they want to get themselves listed on the Nasdaq. That was one of their aims. So this looks to me like they're just getting themselves all ready, getting all their ducks in a row, ready to hopefully after the buyout get listed onto the Nasdaq. I'd also like to eventually see after the merger a name change to Carbon Iron, because I think that would be a lot better. It would definitely attract more investors than Corporate Universe. I mean, a Corporate Universe sounds like a nightmare to me. I just hope the guys at Wall Street Bets don't get the wrong idea and start protesting it. Corporate Universe, who came up with that freaking name? So they've obviously appointed a new PR team as well, which is great. Hopefully get the online presence a little bit more polished. Really important nowadays. So although the merger isn't confirmed yet, things are looking pretty good. It looks like they're preparing themselves for the merger. I just hope they spring it on us in the next week or two. That'd be a lovely surprise. I've also just noticed a new website launched by Carbon Iron over the last couple of weeks. The last time I did a video on them 3 or 4 weeks ago, there was a holding page instead of a website when you Googled Zap&Go. So I'm pleased to see they've actually launched their own website now, which is great. It means I've got more stuff that I can dig into and have a little nose around. So it looks pretty good, flicking through, nicely designed and everything. I'm guessing this will all get redone again anyway once the merger goes through. But we can see here there's a press release section, and we can see one of their recent presentations here, which is something we haven't seen yet. Scrolling through, it highlights a lot of the stuff we've already talked about. 50 times faster charging, Gen 4 in pre-production with Gen 3 products already manufactured at scale. And then scrolling down here, you can see this is their timeline. We're currently here seeking reverse merger to raise funds. And this is obviously where Corporate Universe comes in. Some of the other stuff here we've already talked about, like non-flammable.
Well, this is where we test batteries to destruction. In today's tests, we nail penetrated a Zap&Go cell and repeated the test on a standard lithium cell and compared the two.
Not only that, but the Zap&Go cell continues to work afterwards.
They've also given this graph, which we didn't see before, and it shows some of the charging times compared to other manufacturers, which I thought was quite interesting. So it shows here a regular electric car would take 2 days to charge from a normal wall socket, 4 hours on a standard charge, and 1 hour on a Tesla supercharger. And then look here, 15 minutes on one of their 350 kilowatt chargers, and 5 minutes from one of their 1 megawatt chargers. And you can see here, trucks take like 10 hours to charge from a Tesla supercharger compared to 1 hour on one of their Carbon Iron chargers. A lot of the other stuff we've covered in my previous videos, but I found this bit interesting. It's got a list of customers that they're doing development work with. Some of these names look really interesting, like Philips, Ferrari, Bosch, Sony. So some big names. Then the last thing I've learned from reading this is the team looks actually a lot better than I initially thought. We knew about Andrew, the CEO. He has got a really impressive history actually. He's led 10 high growth companies to market already. But then I also noticed this chap, Stephen Voller, is the head of engineering. And he looks to have a really impressive history. It says he's the actual inventor of Carbon Iron. And on top of that, he was the one that launched the first ever hydrogen fuel cell product to the market. So I thought that was pretty impressive. So to sum up, it's a little disappointing they haven't completed the merger. It was due to happen on the 20th of January and it's come and gone and we're now almost in February. Hopefully it means that it's going to happen soon. Obviously I'm watching closely. A lot hinges on this merger. If it goes ahead, which hopefully it looks like it will do, then I really like this stock and this could have a lot of upside. Obviously if they don't get it, it's going to have a lot of down pressure. So it's just something to be aware of and keep your eyes peeled. However, with the possibility of buying into a technology that can revolutionise not only the electric car industry, but also planes, grid storage, chargers, electric gadgets like mobile phones and laptops, and even power tools, this could be one of the most undervalued stocks in the market today. And again, that all hinges on if they get the merger, and also, and more importantly, if they can prove their technology actually works. If you enjoyed watching my research, remember to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my other videos. Thank you again for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'm so chuffed we got to 500 so quickly. I'll see you on the next video.